Hello, welcome to Casting from Kayaks. I just wanted to do a quick video on a quick easy mod that I like for my kayak, and it is the oar clips. There's a lot of clips out there. Some of them you can mount onto the track. Some of them are permanently placed on the side or along the track of your kayak. They're all pretty good. For me, my personal experience with them is I like the Seal Design clip oars, which are these guys here. They are two pieces. I've had installed them on previous kayaks and they seem to be what works best for me. They've been reliable and very durable. I've never had a problem with them. I've tried a couple of the other brands that sit on the track. Some of them are flimsy, some of them just pop off, and it was okay, but it wasn't for me, so I just kind of went back to the old faithful. The kit does include two bases, two clips, and the hardware. Before I get into that, I just want to go over the hardware quickly. If you decide that you're going to use the nut and bolt method, these guys here, these are really good for if you have a sit-in kayak, because you're able to, once you drill your holes and you find the placements of where you want it, you're able to get tools onto both sides and tighten it and you're good to go. If you don't have that option, such as myself, I've upgraded my kayak to a sit on top, and this is going to be my option. It is going to be one of these walnuts. It is a piece of rubber, but on the inside they actually have a little bit of a threaded option. Now, even if you go with this option, option B, you are still going to need, obviously, the screws from option A, the nut and bolt guys. So you're still going to need these guys regardless of what option. Because I have a sit-in kayak and I'm not able to reach the inside of the kayak when I'm done that, I'm going to go with the walnut. And the walnuts, they give you 4 of them, obviously 2 for each of them. If you're going to use the nut and bolt method, you're going to use obviously the drill to drill it in there. You're probably going to need about a 3/16 drill. If you go with these guys, you're going to need a 5/16 drill because the base on this is a little bigger, obviously. The other thing I wanted to mention too is that the instructions aren't very clear on how these things go together. If you look at them, yes, you got the base and you got your clip. What they really don't tell you too much about is actually how they go together. It's a folding clip, so when you're done with them, they sit nice and even like this on your kayak, and when you need them, they fold outwards like that. There is a quick, easy way to do it, and I'm going to explain it to the way I'm holding it, because when you're watching it on camera, you're looking at it kind of differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to explain to you exactly how I see it from my own point of view, and hopefully if I explain it well enough and you follow along, it'll be easier for you to put it together. On the base that you're going to get 2 of in this kit, I don't know how well I can get that in there, but you'll see that there's a concave or a cylinder part, and then this is the flat part. This flat part is actually the stopper, and it's hard to tell. You see right in here, you'll see that little groove, that little notch right there. That notch is going to line up with the notch that's on the clip right there, if I can get it. There it is. So right there, that clip and that notch are going to line up together. It does not sit on top of it like this and only go that in this direction. What you're going to need to do is, with the base, you're going to put that little notch that I was talking about facing the inside of your palm, and this concave part is actually going to be facing down. So you're just going to hold it just like this. So in my left hand, I'm holding on to where this little notches that I explained. With this clip, this little notch that's on this bar, I'm actually holding in my right hand and I'm facing that notch down towards the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this base through this opening. Once it goes through that opening, it's going to sit with the clamp fitting over the hole of where the screw is going to be. That's where you want it to be, like this. So now when you're ready to use it, this is going to open up like that. And when you're done, it's going to close again inside your kayak. And then once you put your base, once you've marked out where you want it and you put your base and your clip together, the base is actually going to hold your clip, and your clip is going to open and close. The thing it doesn't tell you, and from personal experience, I've done this before, and I was lucky enough to undo it and flip it around because I had a sitting kayak when I realized this. And now going through that experience, I've learned it from this one. Is these things here, I like to face them on my kayak when I set them up exactly the way it is, like this. I don't want them both facing the same direction, regardless of how you put on your kayak. I like them facing together so that when I'm sitting in my kayak, the front part of my kayak where this clip is going to be might be a little further out of the reach. When I go to use my paddle to kind of push it open a little bit, it's not going to fold and close all on the other way, and then I have to open it in the opposite direction. When this is in the front of the kayak, when I use my oar to push it, it just pushes open and it stays open, so the stopper actually keeps it from folding the opposite direction. This one here, I like to keep it facing the inside so that because it's closest to me, I can just quickly use my finger, flip it open, push the back part of my oar into it, and I'm good to go. It's easy accessible. But the one if this one here, if it's a little too far out, I just like to make sure that it's facing so that the stopper allows the clip to stop only halfway out and doesn't fold it completely into the other direction. So when I put them together, I just try to be mindful, and I'd like to keep them both like this, not both facing the same direction. All right, so with that said, I'm just going to do a quick little pause. I'm going to set up the rest of my gear, and then I'll see what I can do from there. Thank you.